Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PentiumHos. Today we're going to be watching a game between PentiumHos playing Forsaken Waste Sundered Lands and kingzero4 playing Savage Tundra Shattered Peaks. We're on Lost City, 4 fonts, game's just getting started. Both sides have their first font and are putting out their first champs. PentiumHos has a Elsari Mage Lord. I can speak. kingzero has 2 Wailing Yetis. Wailing Yetis are immune to magic. Elsari Mage Lord is attack magical. And Curse is attack magical as well, I believe. Yes. And the Pain Curse is attack magical. So the Mage Lord so far is useless, other than running around and being fast. But Pentium has more champs. He has a Draxor Forerunner to grab that font. Forerunner, very fast. 8 speed and exertion 2. Doesn't really do much other than be fast, but really that's all it needs to do. Well, no, scratch that. It does detect things as well. And helps you reveal things. And I suppose it does have combo attack target as well, so it does do things other than fast. I take that back. But that's its main purpose. It doesn't go in there and stand up in combat. It's fragile, low hit points before you start exerting, and once you start exerting, hit points disappear. He also has a Fleshblight Zombie, Absorb, Reconstitute, Manic, Lumbering as a drawback. That is a B67 Nora. A decent champ. So far, of the 5 champs deployed, 4 of them are from the most recent expansion, Heritage, and the 5th is from the expansion before that. As the Dive Bomber. So we've got 4 from Heritage, 2 from Heroes Dawn, which is pretty interesting. I don't think this is a symptom of power creep necessarily. I haven't noticed major power creep, maybe slight stuff, but I haven't noticed any unacceptable levels of power creep in those recent expansions. Other than a few runes that have been nerfed back down to acceptable levels. Stuff like Bastion from Heroes Dawn and Long Knife Adept from Heritage. But in the current state of things, the game overall power level, you're not always better off picking a newer rune. Newer meaning since the Maljaran expansions, I should say. I should specify. Once you go back into the old Drum Licks of Sin, Drums of War, once you go back in there you start getting the champs up and power creeped out. But the fact that all the champs on the board from the most recent 2 expansions is a random happenstance, not a common occurrence. What's that? Let's open the combat log. A Snowblind, redirecting Ferocity of Cain Taurus, which I'm guessing was on the Pentium was trying to put on the Fleshblight Zombie to give it survivability. He's already given it a Bone Splitter Maul to give it mobility from Exert 3 and Warrior Foe for more survivability. Let's see what's out here's warriors. The Yeti isn't a warrior. The Dive Bomber is a warrior. So the Dive Bomber will do half damage to Fleshblight. And so we tried to put Ferocity of Cain Taurus on it, and that was Snowblinded. I'm not sure how that exactly interacts. My best either Ferocity's on the Mage Lord or the Yeti. But it's not on the zombie, and so Pentium's pulled it back, and it manic back forward, but he's pulled it back, trying to keep it safe. Both players have 2 fonts now. kingzero just took his 2nd font. It should be interesting to see how it goes. So the Mage Lord has a target to attack that isn't immune to magical now, but the Dive Bomber is still evasive 3, so it's still only taking half damage. kingzero has been getting good deploys, putting out good deploys to neutralize that Mage Lord. Mage Lord's not a huge thing that needs to be neutralized. It's squishy. Decent combat stats, 8 speed, which is always nice. 10 damage and rabid. But having that little bit of neutralization is always helpful. And so he puts out a Thunderhead Totem. And then he puts out Thunderhead Totem to contest the font, which is good. But then uses Lightning Skewer on the Fleshblight, which doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Fleshblight just heals back the damage it took. And now Mage Lord can attack that. Can attack it and kill it. Mage Lord wouldn't be able to kill it on its own if it wasn't for using the Thunder Lightning Skewer, which triggered instability, putting its hit points low enough that the Mage Lord could kill it. And Pentium drops Horrific Mutation on the zombie. Another rune from the most recent expansion. Although, if I'm counting spells into things, I should point out that Ferocity of Cane Taurus is several expansions old. Still Majoran, but it's old. And Snowblind is old. Snowblind, I'm not sure, that might have been established under release. That's an old spell. Spells generally get power creep less than champions do. It actually works kind of the opposite direction. You generally see older spells instead of mainstays, and you do see newer spells too. Alright, so Horrific Mutation on the Fleshblight Zombie, giving it Horrific Aura, Flight, and more stat buffs. Flight cancels out Lumbering, taking away the zombie's main drawback. At this point, it's pretty apparent that Pentium is running a Super Champ deck of sorts. He's running a Buff the Fleshblight deck. The Fleshblight, since it's come out, it's become a good target for these kind of decks because it has very good survivability between Absorb and Reconstitute. It's very difficult to kill these. You have the one round them for full hit points, and you can only use one range attack in that one rounding. And the drawback of that is that they're lumbering, but if you have something to give it flying, like say Horrific Mutation, lumbering goes away, and you have not a great champ, at least not a great champ yet, but a very survivable champ that you can then dump stuff on. Pentium is not trying to kill it yet because he doesn't have enough to kill it. Enough stuff in the area to kill it. Although, sorry, I got my players mixed up. kingzero isn't trying to kill it yet. But Pentium isn't playing the zombie very well. The zombie only heals at the start of Pentium's turns. So when he uses Exertion on his turn, those hit points are gone. When he walks through the Deafening Aura, around the relic, which is probably why the relic was there, to make the Fleshblight move more through the aura, that damage sticks on. So now kingzero only had to do 27 points of damage to kill the Fleshblight. It's entirely possible there's another Ferocity of Cane Taurus on it that didn't get redirected. It's a hidden spell, so King wouldn't know about it until it triggered and Fleshblight didn't die like it was supposed to. But if there isn't something like that in effect, there is a decent chance that the Fleshblight could die this turn. 2 attacks from Wailing Yeti, that'd be 10 damage each. Then this Yeti, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This Yeti can't come in for an attack. Oh no, he kills the uses Manic and the damage buff from Black Death, and he kills the Wailing Yeti. So that does change things. That makes it has things look a lot more in Pentium's favor. Although, what's that? Cancel magic on the Gale Force. Attempting to Gale Force the Fleshblight in the Cleansing Emerald for another 15 damage, but there's something. 10 damage. Looks like maybe he can kill it, except Warrior Foe. Warrior Foe is going to trigger. And Horrific Aura too. So, King is 12 hit points short. He's spent 2 spells already. He's unlikely to have anything else up his sleeve to kill it. At the end of the turn, it heals everything back up. Right now, Pentium is in a very good position. Oh, it gets even better. He can trigger Declare Target, the combo attack from the Forerunner. He'll have enough action points to attack twice. Which will then mean that both of these can attack twice. Well, they can attack twice anyways, never mind. That's not a huge buff. But anyways, he's probably going to lose the dive bomber. King is. Yeah, this is looking like Pentium's game right now. Unless King has some surprisingness thing. Yep, Fleshblight at the full hit points. The filing spinel goes out. No, yes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the order is, whether the filing spinel went out, or maybe it was just Kindling Emerald triggered, but ran into the file from the filing spinel, and then the spinel did something to... Anyways, that's beside the point. Forerunner comes in, attacks twice, only 4 damage a hit. That triggers combo attack. So everyone's been needing more action points when they beat on the dive bomber. Still not doing much damage because, oh, kingzero surrenders. Which, like I said, he lost the game at that point. He was down, and he had failed to kill the Fleshblight at his best opportunity, and he wasn't going to get a better opportunity as being down as many chances he was. So, I'll see you guys next game.